most and the least?
The most and the least. Oh, I had, well, this was later on, but I got a boss that just came out of college, and he was my boss, and he was a marketing manager. And he didn't know what was going on there, and he became my boss, and I was in pipe molds, and I had to deal with foreign pipe molds as well, and how you handle foreign stuff. And I'd ask him about this, and he'd say, oh, just zip, zip, zip. And I thought, there's a lot of help there.
Yeah.
And I got to be very good friends with him later on, and he used to call me, and we'd,
What was his name?
he was Ron Nelson.
Good sweet.
I remember the name Patchen.
Patchen. Patchen was one of my bosses, yeah.
Is he good or bad?
He was in between.
Yeah, okay.
He was okay.
Crippen. How about Crippen?
Crippen's the one that, well, I went to him one day, and I had something I wanted to talk to him about. And he said, go ahead. And he just kept right along. And I thought,
You're not even
can't you
listening.
pay any attention to what I'm saying? And so I went over his head, and he didn't give me any answers because he wasn't really listening to me. And I went over his head and told someone about that. I had this problem, and he wasn't paying any attention. And boy, did he get me after that.
Yeah, I'll bet you.
He was
Yeah.
my boss. Yeah. He said, hey, listen, when you have a problem, you don't go to him, you go to me. I says, I had a problem. You paid no attention to me.
You told him that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to.
Boy, see, back then did you worry about losing your job, the possibility of it? Did they fire people a lot, or?
Well, the president did, Wilder. He used to drink a lot. And he'd come in there like 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning. And if you see a guy sleeping or something, you'd fire him right there.
Yeah.
Now, there was a...
Did you ever fear for your job, though? Or did you feel pretty secure? As long as I did what I was supposed to do?
Yeah, I feared for my job as I started because it was a bad time of the, they were laying off people.
Okay.
And I never got laid off,
Mhm.
so, I needed money, you
Yeah.
know.
There was a time frame when you were looking at alternatives for income, like getting a hotel, a
Yeah,
motel, and
Yes.
you were kind of depressed during
yeah,
that time.
I had a lot of times during my job I got depressed.
Yeah. So the days must have just dragged for you.
Oh, yeah. See, that's what I say, I never really had a job that I really liked.
Yeah.
I was lucky. And see, that's, like I said, I saw the things that happened to you, and I was bound and determined that wasn't going to happen
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
It just wasn't. I had alternatives. See, in Youngsville Urban, that's pretty much all there was. It was that or what, Penelec or Struthers Wells or something. There really wasn't that much. But if you're in like a place like Denver, there's jobs everywhere. So
Barry was even thinking of going to work at the forge.
really,
One
Yeah.
time.
is that right?
You talked him out of it.
Yeah.
Huh. Huh.
Well,
I didn't know that.
I was a place where I didn't have a trade, you might say. I
Yeah.
didn't.
I have a relevant story
They,
that ties in a little bit.
Okay.
wow.
Let me reset this.
Yeah.